channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And yes, I know the office is looking messy again. The weird picture that way. Please ignore that. That's my grandmother and her brother. It got thrown there when it was given to me by my dad at my mother's memorial, which was a couple weeks ago. And yes, my mother's sewing stuff is now behind me because if you've watched some of my previous video, I unfortunately lost my mother rather suddenly at the end of September of this year. I'm filming on, this is actually December 12th, 2023. Her memorial was December 1st, which would have been her 67th birthday. So things are getting a little chaotic. And yes, there's fabric behind me because I'm going to use my mother's sewing stuff to recover my cushions for my outdoor furniture. So those are getting on there, which is also, I was also sick last week, as was my husband. So I didn't get to film. So now that we are through with the updates and wine art, the office is now getting messy and the Papa San isn't here because my Christmas tree is where it's supposed to be. Let's move on to this. So we're going to be looking at this. We're back to more Avonlea stuff here. This is the Chronicles of Avonlea. So this is the first of 4 short story collections that I'm going to be covering. And yes, I did in fact buy all 4 of them. So I own them. So these they take place in Avonlea and a couple different places as well. And shows up in some of them. Sometimes she's not. Sometimes they're mentioned. Marilla is in some of these, as is as is Rachel Lynde. So this contains 12 short stories. They're all kind of interesting. Again, they take place mostly in Avonlea, but they involve different characters. This was published originally. She was alive when this was published. Yeah, this was first Canadian edition published September of 43. I think she was still alive. Maybe not. No, this came out in 1912. So, yeah, the copyright says 1912. That makes more sense. So, because she died in like 42. That's the author. So let's go over, I'm not going to go over all of them, but I am going to tell you the titles of these short stories. So you have The Hurrying of Ludwig, which I believe has to do with a romance plot. Old Lady Lloyd, which I think is again a romance plot. Each in Their Own Tongue, Little Jocelyn, The Winning of Lucinda, Old Man Shaw's Girl, Aunt Olivia's Beau, The Quarantine of Alexander Abrams. Now, if I remember correctly, The Quarantine of Alexander Abrams is actually, I think these should be starting soon. When I'm covering The Road to Avonlea, that is one of the few that I found that directly correlates. Aunt Olivia's Beau may be in there. A lot of the Road to Avonlea, which is a TV series, is based, the first season has its pieces in this book, maybe the second book, which is Further Chronicles. Otherwise, it's completely new stuff. All right, but moving on. Pa Sloane's Purchase, The Courting of Prissy Strong, The Miracle at Carmody, and The End of a Quarrel. So these are all, this book is about 173 pages. Or no, let's see. The End of the Quarrel is, let's see. Okay, so yeah, 183 pages. So a lot of these stories are, let's see, they're short. They're like 4 or 5 pages. But again, the pages are, I'll get closer up to my camera here. And there we go. You can see that. Hold on, there's a cat in my lap. So this is definitely at least 12 and up, I think is what they said. But again, this is just kind of a series of short stories that take place in Avonlea, and are loosely taken by Sullivan to examine some of the more stories in his Road to Avonlea series. So this was written in 1912. I'm not sure when some of these stories take place. I don't, I know off the top of my head, the Quarantine of Alexander Abrams does involve Rachel Land. But I'm not sure if Marilla shows up in any of these. It's been a little while since I've looked at them. But this is a very interesting book. Again, this is great even if you haven't read the Anne books, because you do not need to. She is mentioned, but you do not, just like the Road to Avonlea, you don't actually need to be familiar with Anne of Green Gables to enjoy these. So they would be great if you're doing some read alouds with young kids and just want to do a series of short stories. Again, this was written originally in 1912, which is ironic because I'm going to be filming some Titanic stuff soon. That stuff is coming for, I think, April. I think this might be shut right before, this might be the end of March. Or we may be filming in April. I have my list up here. When on earth am I filming the Chronicles of Avonlea here? Let's see. Loading up. Chronicles of Avonlea. Yep. You will be watching some of my The Unsinkable Molly Brown and the Voyage of the Great Titanic, which is Dear America series. So this is starting off in April, so you will be ironic. And no, I did not plan it that way. That it was written in 1912, and I'm starting off a month full of Titanic stuff for the sake of it's my birthday month, and I want to. But this is a really great book, full of, again, there's several short stories in here, so there's 12 total. But it's probably a good read aloud. It technically, for reading level, it says about age 12. Again, you're dealing with the history, so you're gonna have people getting sick, and I don't know if there's death, but again, it's definitely focused on the time period. Hold on, this thing is biting me and being annoying. She's, as the time by using, she'll be close to 15 or 14, 15. I think it's 15. So again, really good book, really interesting take. Again, you do not have to read the Anne of Green Gables books to enjoy this, or I think at least the next further Chronicles of Avonlea, because the other books are The Road to Yesterday and the Further Chronicles, or and the Blythes Are Quoted, which are older, and we'll get to those. Those are the last two. So that is the end of this review. If you liked what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Look forward to more. Again, I'm covering Titanic this month. We'll be moving into the Angel Island videos, which I've filmed all the books at this point, and it's really, really interesting. I'm getting into filming the Ellis Island books, which are coming in June, followed by, I believe, Cooking in July and Women Adventures in August. And then we'll be doing the deep dive into Beauty and the Beast. Yes, I will be reading the original. I have bought it for myself for Christmas. It is currently in my closet. Yes, it is very long. It's a very long book. It will be very, very interesting read. And I will be covering the Beauty and the Beast stuff, which is my daughter's, who by the time you guys see it, she will be 5, which frightens me. She's getting big. My baby is growing up. But that is her favorite as of right now. She's very, very into Beauty and the Beast right now. And Christmas is going to involve a whole bunch of princess stuff. So we are princess crazy right now. We're not quite out of Peppa Pig phase yet. And then we'll be going into space in October. We're covering the Hindu Festival of Diwali in November, and then I'm doing mysteries in December. Slightly in honor of my mother, though that will be more continuing. Again, when I planned this, my mother had not passed. I planned these very much in advance, but she did love mysteries. Series wise, once I finish up these next, I have 3 more books in the series. We're going to be moving into the Boxcar Children, and then we are moving into Wings of Fire. And yes, I have bought both of those sets. In fact, I just bought the Wings of Fire series from Costco on Monday. I'm filming this on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. So yesterday. Again, I'm filming this on December 12th. So again, like and subscribe. Leave a positive comment if you have one. And do look forward to homeschooling videos. We will be coming those in August. And hopefully some more travel videos. And other stuff. So, thank you.